I vividly remember being 8 years old, a budding artist who took it upon myself to cartoonize every single one of my aunts, uncles, cousins, and grandparents on my father's side. On a huge poster paper, I attempted to highlight an iconic hobby or a symbol for each individual. Perhaps it would be a soccer ball for my cousin Rachel or oven mitts for my Aunt Stacy. When I got to my grandma, immediately I thought to draw a speech bubble with her figure saying, "Be careful." Surely that's what my grandma enjoyed doing the most, telling us grandkids to be careful. She sure got a kick out of that. Now juxtapose that scenario with one of my grandfather, Leon. I am 10 years old as he instructs us grandkids in all solemnity that he has hidden some gold on his property. The twinkle in his eye added to our excitement as we speculated where it would be. His tricks and games were often followed by Grandma Jane's exasperated plea, "Oh, Leon!" Grandpa was a hoot. Now, my grandmother was much more than a careful woman. She is dignified, kind, creative, and thorough. My grandfather is also much more than a gold digger. He is animated, quirky, hardworking, and dependable. As we gather to celebrate 50 plus years of matrimony with these two young lovebirds, I draw upon a lesson that they have always shown us. That is this: all good things in life, and that includes this wonderful couple, require balance. Growing up, I always knew my grandparents loved me. Sometimes that was shown in the baking of an applesauce cake in the kitchen with my grandma. Applesauce instead of refined sugar, of course. Or the times Grandpa would walk me outside to show my rowdy cousins and I his elaborate garden. My growing up years were stitched together with such Sunday evening memories when my family would make the 20-minute drive to their quiet countryside home. Peace was the smell of walking into their kitchen through the garage. God was there, as was kindness, family togetherness, and a big dollop of corniness. As I reflect on such experiences that appeared effortless at the time, I realized the sacrifice and balance required by my grandparents. Balance meant not only bringing together two very different individuals to form a family, but putting that family first, even when my grandfather was a state president and my grandmother was busy making who knows how many quilts for a local charity. Balance was expressed in my grandfather as he welcomed a hitchhiker into his home for a week, while also clearly demonstrating to his children the importance of education and becoming self-reliant. Balance was demonstrated by my grandma as she patiently followed my grandfather's career leaps to Mexico for a season. After a few switches in the road, she lovingly coerced Leon back to Jerome, Idaho. She was and is his rock through the certain and the uncertain. They were both so willing to make it to what seemed like every one of us 27 grandchildren's events, be it soccer, flute, theater, or track meets. The fact that they continue to be avid members of their communities, serve weekly in the temple, and fulfill work obligations shows a deep virtue they both encompassed: the ability to prioritize things they saw the most important. Of these important things, family always seemed to come first, or so it seemed, until they received a 2-year mission call for our church to Chile. While my grandma studiously absorbed as much Spanish as she could before their departure, my grandpa smiled and figured his "Hola, ¿cómo está?" would do it. His Spanish came, as did their letters of love and enthusiasm they would send home. I came to learn that by serving not only this first mission, but the subsequent 2 that followed, family did come first. Jane and Leon balanced their love of the Lord and of family in all aspects of their lives. My grandpa would tell you that balance means eating mustard on a piece of bread every single morning. That's his way of finding some stability. My grandmother, on the other hand, now in her 80s, finds time to exercise religiously to fight the muscle deterioration that has started to appear with her Parkinson's diagnosis. As they age, perhaps fewer of their grandchildren's basketball games will be attended to, and fewer quilts may be sent to those in need. Perhaps that gold will never be found on my grandpa's property. One thing that I do know will stay constant in the passage of time will be the balance they demonstrate as they serve God, family, and man. Congratulations to 50 plus years of wedded bliss. May we all strive to not only have a marriage as theirs, but the perspective that they hold. Thank you.